Everybody wants to get their hand on a sample proposal. Well, good luck with that. It is the proposals that lead to those $1 million contracts and those multiple $1 million contracts, which is why everybody want to get their hands on a sample proposal. So in this video, I'm sharing 3 things to help you paint a picture, get a visual of what a proposal looks like. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Felicia over at FeliciaStreeter.com, where I help minority business owners tap into the pockets of the biggest spender in the world, the federal government. I help you guys, 1, get your first government contract, 2, get to the $1 million mark as a yearly revenue, and 3, get into those $1 million contracts. So if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these trainings. And today, in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the key areas in what the proposal looks like. Remember, we want to paint a visual of what a proposal looks like for you. And at the end of this video, I'll definitely put a link to my Contractor's Edge Bootcamp 2.0. It's coming back at you guys. So I'll put the link down below for that so that you can check it out. If you want to take what you're learning here in this video to that next level and get some support, I'll put that link down below for you guys. I've been fortunate enough to write proposals that have allowed me to win multiple $1 million contracts, okay? So the $1 million contracts also get to the $1 million year, and of course, backing it up even further, getting that first government contract. Now, don't get it twisted. I also had the capacity and the experience to back it up, to win those multiple $1 million contracts and to also have those $1 million years. Clients inside of my Contractor's Edge Bootcamp 2.0 and my Government Contractor Accelerator are using that same proposal template that I share with my students, and they're taking their business to 6 figures, 7 figures, and even those 7-figure contracts. It's happening all inside of my programs. And that is the only place I share my proposal templates with my clients. All right, let's get into what a proposal look like. So you can see I have my iPad here with me today because I don't want to miss any of the key points here, and I want to make sure I lay it out for you just right. So no winging it, we're going straight by the list here. So I want to start by telling you how a proposal differs from a bid. Okay, sometimes you may just have to submit a bid, but when we're talking about these multiple $1 million contracts, 99.9% of the time, you're going to be writing a proposal. So when you think about a bid, you're going to be creating a template for that as well, which I also share with my clients. And you're going to have your basic company information. Whereas with a proposal, the information is going to go beyond the basic company information and just giving them a number. In a bid, of course, you're going to tell them the price. But in a proposal, you have to break it down further and tell them about the scope of work that leads to the price. So you're gonna back up that price by also giving them the scope of work, okay? And we talk about that in other videos. So if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say scope of work, check out some of the other videos here on the channel. Now, the second thing is the problem. When you look at a solicitation, you're gonna find the problem that the government has and they want you to solve it for them. So they have a need and they want you to fulfill that need. And then it's your responsibility in the proposal to tell the government how you plan to solve that problem for them, the steps you'll take, and the resources you'll use to get to the finish line of giving them the end result of what they want. Now, comment below. Would you like to see a sample proposal? Let me know in the comments. Yes or no, no or yes. Now, I've heard from so many contracting officers this one thing. A lot of you guys are submitting proposals and they're going in the trash can. How heartbreaking is that? I don't want that to be your reality. So definitely make sure you continue listening. So think about it. When they put your proposal in the trash can, that means you're not even being considered for that opportunity. You may have wasted a couple weeks because let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, when I'm talking about these multiple $1 million contracts, we don't put those proposals together in a day or two. It takes time. And so think about the time, the resources, the money that you're wasting putting together a proposal only for it to go into the trash can and you not even be considered for that opportunity. You don't want that happening. And that's why I see people submitting proposal after proposal with no awarded contract. I've had some people come to me after submitting over 50 proposals, and in a very short period of time, I'm talking 3 to 4 months. That's a lot of proposals to submit in a very short period of time, number one. But number two, and not be awarded a contract, is like the light bulb should have came on a long time ago, like maybe after 2 or 3, to say, okay, I need to change something, or maybe I need to get some help, invest in some help, whatever, get a mentor, something needs to change. You can't submit 50 proposals and don't win a contract and not realize somewhere along the line that something needs to change. All right, so number 4, the solution. Let's dive into the solution as we're talking about this proposal and you providing a solution for your customer. You must lay it all out for your customer within that proposal. Your understanding of the problem. So you have to understand their need, their problem, their pain point, what they want you to solve for them. And then how will you provide that solution? Here's the thing. When the government gives you a scope of work, a need that they need to have filled, you as the expert in your business, in the service that you provide, should know how to write to that scope of work and tell them how you're going to solve that problem for them. I've had students come to me, they join my program, one of my programs, and then the problem is, okay, here's the scope of work, but I don't know how to respond to it. And so the first thing it tells me is there's a gap in what you're offering, the service that you're providing, and something's missing, like something in that you don't understand, and maybe you're not actually the expert as you say you are in that field or that service that you plan to provide. Because you also need to know the benefit of that solution. And sometimes you have to understand there's multiple ways to get to the finish line to solve a problem. So it's not necessarily that it's only one way to do it, but ultimately you have to be able to get to that end result that your customer wants. And then you have to understand the timeline that it's going to take you to get to that finish line, to get to the end result. How long will it take you to take that customer from where they currently are as they give you the solicitation to getting them to the end result that they want within that scope of work? And then ultimately, what will they need to pay you for you to do that? You have to know how to price. Let me tell you, if you can't price to the scope of work, you have a problem. So there you have it, what a proposal looks like. And 3 key areas that you want to make sure that you have a clear understanding and that you get it right. Now, if you want your share of those $1 million contracts, or you want to get your company to the $1 million mark, or maybe you're just looking to get your first government contract so that you can increase your profits, have more time, and grow your business. And if you'd like for us to work together, I do invite you, if your goal is you're just getting started and you want to get your first government contract, I do invite you to check out my Contractor's Edge Bootcamp 2.0. That is where you should start. And you can join us. I'll put the link down below. And also, if this speaks to you about proposals, definitely go back and check out my video that I did a couple weeks ago on proposals. So go check that out, and I'll put the link down in the description for that video as well. And remember, if you've been hanging out here for a while on my channel, watching these videos, and you haven't subscribed to this channel, why not? Don't you think it's time for us to partner on your journey to becoming a government contractor and getting to those $1 million contracts? Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and like this video. And then share it out to 3 people you know that can benefit from this information. And until next time, remember, you're just one contract away. Bye for now.